What's the lookout? Having a chat. They beautiful big birds. Australian silver-crested cockatoos. Hi crafting friends, welcome to my podcast. My name's Barbara Radzivikas and I'm Bondi Crafter. In this episode, we'll have a look at my finished Douglas, my second Douglas cardigan. I'm so happy to have this beautiful knitwear in my wardrobe. It is so beautiful, and I've endeavoured to use up a lot of my leftover Rowan felted tweeds in beautiful earthy colours this time. So I've done a video of it and have a look at the twins cardigans. Yeah, we're going to the mountains next week. It's our wedding anniversary. That will be 49 years. Next year, the big one. So yeah, that'll be fun. Yesterday and today, I've been feeling a bit off. You know how you feel off. I've got an autoimmune genetic thing going on, and I've had it forever, so. But I think I'm a living barometer. When the weather gets cloudy and humid and sticky, the old body seems to go a bit that way too. So yeah, I have made a vow to myself. I am never eating chili again. Never in my whole life am I going to eat chili again. Now, it wasn't a whole lot of chili. It was just chili in chili con carne. But as I didn't make it, the strength of the chili, I mean, my husband and my son felt fine, but my son has a cast iron stomach and I don't. My husband also can eat most things. The only thing they don't like is aubergine, eggplant. They can eat anything else but that. I also don't like it very much. If I don't know it's there, obviously, I'll eat it. But I don't think I've ever forayed into that vegetable group. It's a nightshade group. Nightshade seems to play up with the autoimmune. But when I'm good, I'm good. So I love good days. So yeah, that's me, the barometer. I think there's a storm coming. Could be. Today is the 12th of January. I am not posting this podcast until next week, so we'll have some mountain footage and that to look at. I hope to have a look at the granny, no, not the granny. I hope to have a look at the wool shop up there. It's a fun little shop. There actually is one in KATOOMBA and one in Lura. I'm hoping to have a look at the one in Lura because they have yarns that they dye themselves. So I am always interested in self-dyed yarns. So yeah, that should be a fun thing to look forward to. We usually go in the train, but up until 2019, we went in the train to KATOOMBA to the mountains. It was such a fun excursion. But the last couple of years, well, there was 2 years that we missed. And then we've been back last year and now this year again. I love going to the mountains. It's the Carrington Hotel. It's a beautiful Art Deco building with a lot of character. So hoping to get footage of that too. So yeah, so I'd like to welcome all my subscribers, new and old, my friends, all welcome to visit. Thank you so much. And we'll have a look at what's coming. Hey, we're off to KATOOMBA. Road trip. I've started another cardigan. I started this on the 1st of January, so it's my first knit of the year. It's my Andrea Mowry Douglas cardigan. It is beautiful. This is my second one. I've just decided to put whatever colours I like in this one. So I started with dark green. I love the dark green. And then I've got some balls of Rowan felted tweed, and I really want to use them. So Rowan felted tweed for the blue, the avocado, the rust. The green is a cone that I got from, I think it's a British wool cone. Very good price for it, and I just love it. It's not showing up very well here, but it's forest green. It's so beautiful, and I really love it. The purple is a John Arbon Devonia 4-ply that I've knitted double. It is beautiful too. So they're the 5 colours that I've got for this one. The other one has grey in it. Grey where the forest green is, but I thought I would do forest green this time. And it's got more earthy colours, I would say. So it's coming along. I am nearly up to the neck facing. So 15 inches to the neck facing, and then neck shaping, I should say, and then the armholes. One modification I made, and I also made in my previous one, was I left the pockets out because I don't want pockets in my my cardigan. I think it'll make I just didn't need them. I've got pockets in the dresses that I wear with them, so, or over the shoulder little bag, so really don't need pockets. But love how this is coming along. It feels so nice. I'm using 4.5mm needles. I thought I had 4mm needles, but no. When I checked halfway through the project, they're 4.5. It doesn't matter really. It's a nice fabric that it's making, and I never do I'm sorry to say, a swatch, a gauge swatch, because I just don't. So hopefully, this is a very fast knit, I've got to say. I just started it 2 days ago, and I hope to have it finished in, it should take me 2 weeks to finish it. I've got some lovely buttons that I bought for it, not specifically before this, but I now have some lovely buttons that I'm going to put on, some black vintage buttons, I think. So yeah, let's see how we go. I finished one sleeve. I'm sort of winging it, but basically sticking to the pattern. I love the colours in this one. The dark is very dark forest green, and here is my sleeve. I ran out of the orange, so I thought, I have another similar orange, so I'll stripe it. So I did one of the remaining rusty colour and one of the orangey colour, and really it blends quite nicely, and I like this length of sleeve. I've put in markers every time I decrease because I like this shaped sleeve, and it's above my bracelet, so I like this. It's not quite a three-quarter sleeve, but it is a nice length, I think. So, can't wait to press on with it. I think it looks nice. Yep, me. Yeah. So one sleeve to go and the button band. You know I'm going to need another one of these this year. I've just finished my second Douglas cardigan in darker colours. It is so beautiful. I've used it out of my remaining Rowan felted tweeds. And I just love it. But look, I've got two. That's so beautiful. So I'm going to make another one, not right now, but soon. Get a closer look at my recent Douglas. I wonder if there's a girl's name for Douglas. Andrea? Maybe Deej? Anyway, it is so beautiful, this pattern, and so easy for me to read, which is a blessing. I have made a few different modifications in this one. As you can see, the button band is a 2x2, whereas in the previous Douglas, it's how it's supposed to be. I forgot which button band to do and didn't take it out of the bag to have a look. But I am contemplating redoing my button band. Same colour, maybe just a few more stitches, I think. I don't know. I think that's might be what happens. I haven't blocked this one yet. I was just so eager to get a picture of it and talk about it. And the sleeves are, I think, 10 rows shorter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, one colour shorter in my recent Douglas, so that's why they are nearly 3/4, but not quite. I love the length. I love it. I just and the colours are so beautiful. So yeah, very happy. I'm not sure what colour I'll do my next Douglas, but something to think about. So lucky to have two. Yeah. Let me know what you think about this pattern. I find it perfect for my body shape. I'm a size 16 to 18. That'd be XL, but when knitting, I like to have a bit more ease. So I usually do 4 or 5 size. But when I make my next Douglas, I'm going to do the largest size and have a lot of space. So has anyone else ever has knitted this Douglas that's like to share info or photos? Let me know. I haven't put my buttons on yet. I'm thinking of vintage black buttons. I have vintage black buttons, but I'm thinking, seeing I'm going to the mountains next week, I'll have a look in the button shop and see what they've got. Some I might like a bit more. Also, I'm hoping to block this before I go, so I have made the buttonholes, but yeah, after I've blocked it, I'll see if I need to just rework the bottom of my button band. I did a 2x2 rib. I cast off in 2x2 rib. I really like the effect. I know some don't, but I do. It's very stretchy, and it has a lovely, I think, patternage when you cast off in 2x2. That's just me, and I love it. Also on my cuffs, I like the sort of a little wavy edge that you get. So yeah, just a bit of extra, I think, just a modification on button bands. I've just finished my second Douglas cardigan. The button band, let's say, was interesting. I think I redid the button band 3 or 4 times. This time I'm happy with it. It's not pulling at the bottom like it was. I did a broken rib button band this time. I would have liked this edge on the front with the little bobbly things, but this is the front now, which is just shows up the pearl stitches, and I cast off with a smaller needle. John suggested the smaller needle because the bigger needle was making it too wavy. So I like the edge also. So I cast off in the rib pattern, yes. And it is it's a stretchy rib, but not too stretchy. I love it. I think it would be great. And I used my 6 vintage buttons that I bought at Windsor at the wool shop, and I think they're lovely. They're black, they go with the dark green really nicely. And now all I have to do is take a short video of me wearing it. We're at the Carrington Hotel in KATOOMBA. It's beautiful. The gardens are beautiful, herbaceous borders and everything. And we're here in January. We always come here in January. It's lovely.
Hey Jeff, how are you? Yeah, we'll be there in about 10 minutes. Okay, no problem. I'll meet you. Oh, you need to get the computer.
We're in the Carrington Hotel. It's beautiful. We got an upgrade. This is a suite. It is beautiful. It's almost as big as our flat at home. It's so lovely. I've taken a video to show how gorgeous it is. It's a 1920 Art Deco hotel in KATOOMBA, New South Wales, Australia. It's a lovely place, very nostalgic, very beautiful with stained glass windows and high ceilings. It's just beautiful. I also went to the Granny Square today. When we first got here, it's the wool shop. So I did make 2 purchases, which are lovely. I'll show those also. Yeah, KATOOMBA is beautiful. We always come here for our anniversary in January, and we also come for my birthday in September. So it is a lovely place, and we love coming here. Just such a surprise, you know, to get an upgrade. I don't think I've ever had an upgrade in my whole life. So you can tell I haven't been to many places. But yeah, it's lovely. Hope you like it too. Have a look and tell me what you think. It's beautiful. This is what I got printed off this morning. I bought a few patterns. One's the Stay Soft Shawl. It is lovely when it's knitted up. I'm going to knit it in grey, black and yellow, I'm thinking. just a thought. I may not even get round to it, but I'm hoping I will. Then I bought this lovely pattern. It's an old pattern. By Brish and Brush, number 67. And why I bought this pattern was I'm going to make the into a vest, and it's got a lot of purl, but it's got some plain garter stitches going across the front, and I really like it. And I think it's very doable for me. And then last I got In the Loop, which is lovely in black and white stripes. So I'm hoping that I can make that too. While I was at the Granny Square, these are the yarns that I bought. So this is another sock yarn, and it's basically very, very dark blue, but it has little tiny stripes in it. So can't wait to make it. I always think that it's a surprise, you know, when you're knitting along and something happens that you don't expect, like colours. And this is the skein that I bought. The lady at the shop wound it for me, free, which was very kind. At the Granny Square, it is lovely. She said it reminded her of a pineapple. The colours are lovely yellow. I think it's lovely. And it is called La Vida Loca, 75% merino superwash, 25% polyamide. So I think it's beautiful. They are my purchases this holiday, and I'm very happy. Alfred Hitchcock. It's birds. Except they don't attack these ones. It's just some of them.
Thanks very much, Kate. We'll see you next time. And bye. Hi, how are you?
Hi. I've got a knitting podcast. I hope it's okay.
Absolutely.
I love
Selfies, videos, all welcome. You let me know if I can help you with anything.
Thank you.
Is that your partner outside?
This week I went to visit my friend Judith in her studio and we talked about buttons. Judith has a fab collection of buttons and thought we'd have a talk about them. Also, John finished Judith's sewing chairs and they look fab.
Well, kind of inspired by someone on Instagram, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, Lichen and Lace, who makes these fabulous wide dresses that are really sort of flowy, and some of them though are very wide and they're pretty, but they're not very practical for me because I'd always be getting them into things. So I thought I'll just make something. The top is folded, but it's folded to be like a very short tunic, and then it's just got a gathered long skirt. I think the top is like 13 inches, so it's 26 inches folded, and I just cut out an arm side, leaving myself 14 inches of
Positive ease.
of I think from the center to there. And then yeah, the top is just two with the fabric slices that were, I think I made them 30 inches and then they were a bit too long because I'm a shorty, but I turned them up twice, so they're fine. I like a length that's longish, but because I've been shortening, I've had to shorten all of the dresses that I made in years past. So this one's about right for now. It should take a while before it gets long enough to be dangerous for me, a slipping hazard. And yeah, it was very quick to make, but I had to do it all by guess. And I cut the neck hole way too large, which is why I've added this this bit of ribbon collar that I had. And then yeah, we were looking through my button box today and I've got lots and lots of buttons, so I'm going to start putting some of these back now. I never get to the end of sorting them, but we've got gold coat buttons and these old black buttons, men's buttons. I like the flower buttons, got hearts. Oh, let's pull this out. You've got little pink hearts and little flower hearts, and I've got these pansies.
Oh, they're cute.
Yeah, I've got this button in 2 shades of pink plus yellow and green, and there's even a bit of the lilac. Yeah, I've got a couple of yellow pansies as well. And I've got, oh, I love these ones, which are a cutlery set. Let's see, I'm sure I've got a spoon. But I've only got 3 forks. I've got 4 of the others. I've got some sewing things in here as well. See, a couple of sewing machines in different sizes, titchy ones as well, and there's something else, I can't think what it was. Oh, the scissors. Got to have a good pair of sewing scissors. So yeah, I have a selection of buttons and more buttons, and we've pulled them out and now they're coming back in. Some of them are special. This is painted buttons. And down the end there's ones with a different, with a pair, and some of these I got when there used to be this fabulous button shop, Buttons and Trims, in Glen Huntly Road in Melbourne, and I used to go there every time I was down in Melbourne. I knew about it because Melbourne girl born and bred, and every time that we'd visit I'd go there and have a look, even have some Swarovski crystals there. One time when we were going, they were having a closing down sale, so I got even more stuff, and I got all of their bias bindings, which they were selling for half price, and I've got a huge thing of those now too. A few of my beads are in here, and there's another button box up there somewhere. Might be a smaller one. So pack all of this away, and oh, I love these little ducks. And then some of my buttons are just randomly elsewhere. I don't know exactly where they are, but when we were in New York, Barbara and I, we went to this fabulous shop that specialised in buttons and trims, and got some really good buttons there too. Because you can never have too many buttons. Once upon a time, kids used to have button collections, you know, before this modern age of so many toys available. Kids used to just collect buttons and arrange them, and I know in one of my books there's a story about these kids who are button collectors, but they pinch buttons, like, you know, they take them off people's clothing surreptitiously if it's a button that they want and they don't have in their collection. I know the temptation. And back this goes into my stash. Oh. And yes, there's the other button box. I think buttons, it looks like buttons. Down comes one of my elastics. What have I got in here? Oh look, more of these square white buttons. Huge white heart. I think it's actually a coat buckle, not a belt buckle maybe. See? And tortoiseshell, another belt buckle, gold one this time. Diamante, I don't think that's a button. It must have been somebody's. Oh, a ring. Wouldn't fit my fingers. I never know what I'm going to find when I look. Another ring. Way, way, way too big. I would never ever wear such a thing. A shell in my button box. Never know what I'm going to find when I look. And buttons, buttons, buttons. Box of buttons, pretty colours. Empty tube. I must be able to put some buttons in there. More belt buckles, plastic ones, gold ones, mixed buttons with a gold base, more gold belt buckles. I think these are left over from costume making. Yeah, pretty handsome. Got a lot of golds in here. I think most of my gold buttons are in this box. Not all, because, you know, and some pearl buttons. More buckles. I have a lot of buckles. And do I ever use buckles? Not really. But, oh, these. Another set of buckles, and these are an interesting shape. Don't really quite know what I'd use those for. Here's some.
This beautiful box of joy arrived today from the UK, from John Arbon. I really love John Arbon's yarn. And these beautiful colours. So I'm in a green period. I think I always have been. And this is my January gift to myself. I got some Devonia DK. It's beautiful. And I also got Appledore. It's so lovely. I already know what I want to knit with this. I want to make myself a shawl. I also have a couple of other colours of John Arbon's different shades. So they will go in it too. But do you see all the different colours in this beautiful yarn? It's so delicious. Yeah. And beautiful green. All the different colours that go to make gorgeous. Thank you, John Arbon. I received these beautiful yarns in the mail from Lichen and Lace in Canada today. They are spectacularly gorgeous. The colorway is pressed flowers, and I think they're just beautiful. And they came with a beautiful stitch marker. So lovely, thank you. This week I watched a video on Netflix. It is a fab movie. This is my recommendation for the week. It's called The Painted Veil by W. Somerset Maughan, and it's set in China in a cholera epidemic. It sounds medical. There is medical in it, but it's about relationships in that time, 1900s, and it's very interesting. I give it 5 stars. That's me signing off for this podcast, friends. Hope you liked it. It's a great place to visit. My purchases that I got for my anniversary were lovely. It's great to be away with John, and this is the 17th of January. It's a beautiful breeze, summer day in KATOOMBA. Bye, friends. And more birds. It's quite a big flock. Must be 200 birds. So beautiful.